Bo Nix, the fifth-year player for the Oregon Ducks, has etched his name as one of the top prospects in the 2024 NFL Draft, standing at 6'2", 217 pounds, and with back-to-back 10-win seasons under his belt, Bo Nix has steered the Ducks offense, showcasing a blend of explosiveness and precise efficiency the last two seasons. Now, Bo Nix's journey to the draft is an interesting one. He's from Alabama, where he initially made waves as a standout recruit and ultimately chose Auburn University before he transferred to Oregon. Bo Nix bursted onto the scene starting as a true freshman and orchestrating a memorable come-from-behind victory against Oregon in his debut start in 2019. However, changes within the Auburn program forced him to make a difficult decision, and in December 2021 he announced his departure, where he revealed his intentions to transfer to the University of Oregon. In his first season with the Ducks, Bo Nix showcased his prowess, throwing for almost 3,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, and with a stellar 71.9 completion rate. And this season, Bo Nix was even better, leading the country with a 77.2 completion rate, 4,500 yards through the air, alongside a staggering 45 touchdowns against only 3 interceptions, all of which stand as his career best. So Bo Nix is definitely an intriguing prospect, especially with his extensive time in college. And today I just wanted to analyze some of his tape to get a better feel of what kind of player he could possibly be at the next level. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. Now, watching his film, one thing you will immediately see is that he's a quarterback who is very comfortable throwing on the move, as you can see in these couple of plays. He's also a good athlete. He's a legitimate threat running the football, as we see on this read option inside the red zone for a touchdown. On this rep, his man had a step on the defensive back, but this pass was slightly thrown behind. He should have put this ball more towards the back of the end zone. If he would have done that, this would have been 6 points right here. Now here on this rep, I gotta give it to Bo Nix. This is a great throw. His man is double teamed, but he fits this in a very tight window on the crossing pattern across the middle. Good throw. On this rep, I didn't like what I saw. I don't like how he just locks in on one receiver and just essentially stares him down on this rep. He had other good matchups on the opposite side of the field as well. Now, big play for Bo Nix right here. Oregon State drops back into a cover 3 zone, and the right tackle is going to get beat off the edge, and Bo Nix is able to use his legs to avoid the pressure. And what I love to see is that he has his eyes down the field. Instead of just immediately becoming a scrambler, he has the underneath option open, but instead I like how he sees the open man down the field and takes a deep shot. Now, the footwork could have been much better on this throw, as he throws this off his back foot. Doesn't even set his feet fully, which I feel like causes this pass to be slightly underthrown, but overall he got it to him, and I just like the ability he showed to escape the pressure and keep his eyes down the field, and just his overall aggressiveness on this rep. Here on this rep, this is another example of him being so comfortable just throwing on the move as he completes this pass to the defensive end right in his face. Good stuff. Now, Pac-12 championship game versus Washington. Here, Bo Nix is going to try them deep, and I don't really understand the thought process of taking this deep shot. It looks like they got man-to-man across the board, but really nobody was open, and technically he throws this into an area where there are more Washington defensive backs than there are Oregon receivers. The throw was also inaccurate, but honestly that might have saved him here, as the matchup did not really favor Oregon. Not a great decision here by Bo to just throw this pass. Here they're going to get a good matchup. The running back on the linebacker, he's going to be able to beat him on this wheel route. And Bo Nix does a good job dropping this into the bucket for his running back along the sideline. Good throw. Big mistake here by Bo Nix inside the red zone. They're going to get him on the move off the play action. He forces the safety to step up and stop him from running, and his wide receiver gets open, but this ball is thrown nearly to the turf. He's got to give his wide receiver a better pass right here and just give him a shot to make the catch for the touchdown. Inaccurate throw on the move here. Empty set here, and he's going to turn this play into a scramble drill. after the defensive end gets through on this inside stunt. Now Bo Nix bails out of the pocket, and once again he keeps his eyes down the field, finds the open man in the end zone. Good stuff. 5 wide here, empty set for Oregon again, and they run verticals, but nobody gets open, which eventually forces Bo Nix to get out of the pocket and try to make something happen in the scramble drill. He's going to try to fit this pass into a very tight window, and it costs him big time on this easy interception for Washington. This was also a crucial point in the game as they were down 20-17 in the third quarter. Not a good play. Now this is just a spectacular play by Bo Nix using his legs, play action pass, nobody open down the field, his left tackle gets beat and he's gonna pump fake and then just make the defensive end miss in the open field, and after that he's off to the races for a big chunk play on the ground. Overall, like I said, he's a good athlete. Here the Oregon defense drop into a cover 3 zone, and Bo Nix is going to make a nice little throw. He's going to thread the needle on this crosser route in a pretty tight window, and he's able to fit this through. And after that, his receiver does the rest on the yards after the catch for a big touchdown. In this game, we got zone coverage from Utah, and he makes a good read, able to find the crosser route between the safety and the linebacker. Good accurate throw inside the red zone, and this is a pretty impressive off-platform type of throw from Bo Nix. Play action pass, and Utah gets a free rusher into the backfield. Bo Nix is able to evade the pressure and throws this off of 1 foot to his man in the back of the end zone. I was definitely impressed with his poise under pressure and his ability to find the open man despite the chaos that was going on right in his face. Great play. On this rep, the pressure gets to him off the edge, but this time he misses the running back who was open on this dump off pass. Here Utah run man-to-man coverage, and Bo Nix almost gets this intercepted. He's going to lock in on one receiver once again, stares down his target, and the defensive back almost jumps this route, and if he's able to do that, this would very likely been a pick 6. Now I didn't see these type of throws a whole lot while watching this tape, but here he hits a deep pass outside the numbers. His man was wide open, and to be fair, the USC defense was just terrible last season, but good throw. Shows he definitely has some good arm strength as well. Simple throw right here, but I like the anticipation he showed. Here he gets the ball out of his hands before the wide receiver finishes the route, and he recognizes the favorable matchup, especially with the defensive back playing such soft coverage. Here Bo Nix is going to spin out of the pocket, keeps his eyes down the field, and finds a wide open man on this blown coverage from the USC defense. Here the edge rusher is going to get direct pressure on him, and this causes an incomplete pass, and it really was just an awkward pass in general. He pump fakes and he tries to hit the open drag route while getting hit, but the throw is just way off target, and like I said, it just looked weird overall. So overall, I think Bo Nix is a tough prospect to grade really, because I can only go based off what I've seen on tape from him throughout the past 2 seasons in Oregon, where he had his massive success. This past year, he almost completed 80% of his passes, but after watching the film, you can kind of understand why, because Oregon ran a lot of quick screens, RPOs, quick throws, which typically consisted of 1 read type of progressions. Now, I will say under offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, this may be a good fit, as he may adopt a lot of the same type of personnel packages and concepts that he ran in that Oregon offense. But just in general, at Oregon, he threw a lot of passes across the middle, and sometimes the opponents in the Pac-12 just didn't have a great defense, so I saw a lot of throws where the guys were just wide open across the field, and he's thrown into huge windows. It's kind of hard to analyze a prospect on those type of plays. I also saw a lot of yards after the catch, which definitely helped boost his overall stat line this season, which was great for him, but something we definitely got to take into consideration, especially if we're looking for Bo Nix to be a franchise quarterback. He's about to be 24 years of age here soon, so he is fairly young, and he does have a lot of experience at a young age, with him being in college football for 5 seasons. But you also got to ask yourself as to why did he stay in college for 5 seasons. I mean, was it him just being in a great offensive scheme? here with Oregon that just propelled this draft stock, or is he really that talented of a player that merits being a first round pick, which is currently where he's projected at? And that's the biggest question. The positives I took away from Bo Nix is that he is a very good athlete. He's comfortable throwing on the move. He does a good job keeping his eyes down the field when he's on the move. I love to see that, and he has pretty good arm strength. But the negatives to me are the fact that in Oregon, he really didn't have to process any passing plays where he has to go through multiple different progressions. It was a ton of quick screens, RPO concepts, and just like more simple vertical routes, which typically resulted in his wide receivers being wide open. The scheme there in Oregon definitely contributed to success. So it's really hard to analyze a prospect when they have a lot of those type of plays on their film book. Me personally, for the Raiders, I think it would be a big risk to select Bo Nix, especially too if you're not sold on our new offensive coordinator and his overall offensive scheme. I think Bo Nix is a talented prospect, but I really think his success is just gonna likely revolve under being selected to a franchise that already has a solid foundation and a track record on the offensive side of the football, and ideally going to somewhere where they have shown that they can develop young quarterbacks. I think Bo Nix, if you put him in the right situation under a Kyle Shanahan, a Sean McVay, a franchise that has a clear philosophy and just an overall track record of offensive success, then I think he could probably succeed here at the next level. But currently, in my opinion, the Raiders don't have that. And personally, I'm still not super sold on the Luke Getsy offense and his ability to develop young quarterbacks. And to me, Bo Nix seems like he could potentially be a system quarterback at the next level. And if I'm drafting a first round guy, I really want us to try to get somebody who has the potential to be a game changer, to be a franchise quarterback, someone with at least a talent level that shows a lot of promise. I haven't really seen that so far with Bo Nix. Really watching his tape, nothing really flashed off the screen while I was watching his tape. So when it comes to Bo Nix to the Las Vegas Raiders, I would be hesitant to draft him at 13, and I'd be even more hesitant if we had to trade up for him. So when it comes to first round quarterbacks, there's other guys I would prefer us to target than Bo Nix. I definitely have some question marks about him at the next level, but Raider Nation, those are just my thoughts and opinions. I definitely want to get your guys' feedback. What do you guys see with Bo Nix? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.